Midway entrance. Yeah.
That's funny, it looks like orange.
Yeah.
That's funny.
When you see the signs, just point.
Oh,
and
got
it. That's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Just grab one.
Anyone. Thank you. They're all the same.
Thank you very much.
Morning. Would you like the tour or just looking at? Very good. Thank you. Thanks.
Wow, this is awesome. That's got some serious flaps and like speed brakes.
On the bottom, huh?
Yeah, bottom and top.
Wow.
How many people are there? Oh, you guys
2 of us.
2? Awesome. In a moment, I'll get you guys started with the photo.
You want to do a photo or?
Sure.
Totally. You can always see it, take it now and see if you like it later. Step right on up.
Right.
Welcome to the Midway.
Hey, 94.
Would have launched Army aircraft from the USS Hornet to bomb the Japanese home
Or the
islands.
Hornet, yeah. We were on that one too.
The Doolittle raid forced the Japanese to consider adding Midway and another target, Alaska's Aleutian Islands, to the protective zone east of their home islands. May 1942. It was the resolve of the U.S. forces in the Coral Sea.
SPV Dauntless Tiger.
Well, we had the same outlook on it.
Yeah, this is famous for its time. It was the first carrier that ever had a steel flight deck. Well, they were made out of wood.
That guy served, he been served on part of the aircraft stuff from the big carriers.
Oh, okay.
I can only guess it's probably the airport. Took me off the gear.
Once the helicopter landed, evacuees came off the helicopter. They were guided on the flight deck by our personnel, escorted into that.
Radial engine.
What are these?
Those are push rod tubes, and you have push rods in there. And this is a spark. Those spark plugs. There's that fuel. And those spark plugs. $550 horsepower. No slouch. Go tube. Yeah, 2,000 horsepower. Okay, of course, they're on aircraft.
It's amazing, huh?
Oh yeah, I love the sound of this engine. Radial engine.
A dual row.
Maximum RPM.
This is a Corsair. They always called it whistling death. It's like the Bob Rock.
That are designed to go on aircraft so that they can get them back.
Power and surf on deck.
Massive.
Was it fairly high?
Injection seat, pilot seats.
Wow, what is that? Engine. A bookstore access
Bulk
hatch.
stores access hatch. Okay. Aircraft engine machine parts. Oh, okay.
The ship stores. That's that famous picture. The statue. Massive, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is.
I think that's pretty soon. At the end of the day, it's a pain in the butt business.
Lines are long.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank
So many
you.
people want to go and then you gotta try it. I got the outline.
This looks better than our breakfast today.
Okay, thank you.
On the line.
Appreciate it. You're looking at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
77.
Yeah.
Gives you an idea.
I mean, the amount of food they had to produce on each
I
case.
know, I think he was
Just amazing.
in there to walk.
Blank on the shingle.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, chip bib.
Yeah.
This is the one you're talking about, right?
How you doing?
Very good. This is actually looks better than what we had on the cruise ship today.
What's
for
that, sir?
breakfast. This looks better than what we had on our cruise ship.
I got a kick out of people who keep asking for the special on the shingle.
Yeah.
Mostly it's the old,
I used to eat that when I was a kid.
you know, most of the time it's the old timers.
Yeah.
Boy, my dad used to eat that stuff. Or boy, my, you know.
I like those metal trays.
Yeah, I know. It's cool, huh? It's like, what's a chip bib again?
Blank on a shingle.
Look at that. That's what they do your omelet right here, Don.
How you doing, guys? All right, how you doing?
Don?
Where you guys from? Idaho.
Omelet station. Oh yeah. See, the eggs are not,
Yeah.
whites aren't runny.
It's a while to get used to where you're going. Pardon us.
That's probably a lot.
People need to know how to go in and out. You need to
Yeah,
know.
it's like,
I don't know
what's
why
it
the
doing?
hell they go the other way.
Officers country.
Look at that. Post office.
Yep.
It's amazing. All
Yeah.
of these things.
I know. You know, when I was in the power plant too, there was a lot of stuff on the walls and
Contamination station.
decontamination station. So if you need to be decon, and look how old, you know, this asbestos tiles
I know,
last.
too.
They last forever.
Oh, something is leaking.
Like condensation.
Oh, look at that. They have a chapel.
You can go in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Go in there. Wow.
So sad, huh? $65 service a week. Wow. Wow, these are the men, huh? Oh, this is a chapel, or chaplain quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir.
He's got a chocolate chip cookie.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Officers country.
Office of Country.
This is the XO's. The XO's quarters.
Wow.
I like these old fans like that. These things last forever. It's cool. Oh, look at this TV set. It's an old Sony. Flat CRT.
No, that's fake, man.
Cathode ray tube.
I mean, they didn't have a TV then.
No, this was in service until.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cool. IBM Selectric typewriter. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
It actually types a lot slower than normal. Look at these old computers.
Yep.
That's an HP Hewlett Packard. You know, but this is what they had then.
Look at the printer.
Now it's a shredding machine.
Oh, shredding.
Yeah.
For all that important information.
Oh, brother typewriter. So, cool.
These cabinets is like forever lasting.
Oh yeah.
The first aid. That's cool.
Yeah. This is the dinner. Creole soup, Jamaican jerk chicken, Salisbury steak, steamed rice.
Okay, so now it makes sense because you remember our buffet is always have the same stuff. You remember Jamaican? So they just follow the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Total Recall with
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I guess it pays to be short. Oh, I love these projectors.
Yeah, I know. What is a fake?
Got a Bell and Howell. I think this is a Bell and Howell.
Is it Sharon Stone?
No, got it.
No. To have and not and have not. That's the movie. The last metro. Look before you eat. I love that thing. Can we find one of these at home or the house?
Yeah.
So awesome.
eBay. eBay is a wonderful thing. Senior officer's wardroom.
Clean shirt, war room. White milk.
Cool.
Senior officer.
Embossed, wow. USS Toledo. Solar presentation.
They lived in the ship. The ship was our house. Sometimes when the ship wasn't out to sea, work was the place for date night. Some of us were married under the other. And we would be dating, of course. And we would invite our dates to come to the evening meal. And you get a call down from the quarterdeck that Miss So-and-so is here for Ensign Ryan. And I would go up there.
That's crazy.
Bring her down to the lounge, and then on into dinner. The evening meal was a sit-down meal, served by the chef.
There's an arrow there.
It would be our dressing room.
Yeah.
After dinner, they go to shore.
They're not married. They're not married, so they invite that date on, and most of the date have to get off the ship by 10 p.m.
Hmm.
Oh, look at this.
1987. I remember.
Huh.
Mid-rats. Mid-rats is all.
Oh, so they still serve all the way to 1987, huh?
Well, I think it's past that. I think it's in the 90s. I'll have to see that. Take a picture of this here.
Scramble it.
Probably powdered eggs, I'm sure.
Oh, they tell you what the calorie and portion size is. So the item scrambled, portion size 94 gram, approximately 199 calories. And you
Yeah.
get 2 pieces of bacon, it's 86
You know, I
calories.
remember these cans.
That's cool.
Treetop and
Wow,
lunches.
so accurate, huh?
So you remember these old metal cans?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Amazing.
It goes
No, no,
up.
this way.
I know.
Somewhere around $90 million a year. In addition, of course,
We'll continue. Oh, look at that barber shop.
Yeah. Get your hair done. Buzz cut.
That's cool.
Office. This is for the officers. Not enlisted. It's too bad the police department doesn't follow these policies anymore.
Mission of the aircraft carrier is to launch those aircraft.
Hotel services office.
That's cool.
Civilian contractors, dignitary, state aboard.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Us do our job by buying equipment, ensuring that our cooks get the proper training that they need by sending them to school. He buys the supplies that we need for as the consumables like aluminum foil, saran wrap, garbage bags, whatever we need to make the job more easier.
Beautiful.
These are like the big room, and this is where we put our guests for the ship. You gotta figure there's a turnover, quick turnover. It's just like a hotel. Quick transition. Load the new bags in. Folks are in here within a couple hours. Last week meeting, sort of thing. So this is always a flurry that comes first.
Oh, so this is a lounge. Where they lounging.
And I am in charge of all the services.
What is this here?
To laundry.
Look at that. That's
Oh, it
funny,
smells
huh?
like laundry in here. I can smells like.
Look at that. It's fake.
Oh. Well,
We wash and iron mountain of clothing here every day. The washing machine could handle 4,750 pounds of laundry daily.
it smells like laundry soap.
That's cool. Oh, look at that. Like powder, soap and stuff.
Yeah, it smells like.
Yeah.
soap in here.
That's neat. Wow, it must be hot in here, though.
Oh yeah.
This. Awesome. Ah, look how short it is.
Yeah, it pays not to be tall. funny. My dad was in the Navy, but he never learned. He always practiced noggin.
Somebody guy will permanently assign me and count down the 90-day of my temporary duty until I could get back to what I was training for. Wow.
Probably got in trouble. They ship him down.
Like us went
This
to the
reminds me of
remember the Grand Princess?
the Grand Princess when we did that ultimate ship
This
tour.
is for the sheep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Soy waste drain. Good luck if your stencil name had faded. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Allowed to go. It's not my place to charge the port, nor even toll the bell. But let the damn thing start to sing and see who catch this hell. This is the commander. That's the chief. Oh, so just commander is taking care of stuff on board, like a hotel manager. I could buy everything from a $150 Rolex. Oh, you gotta film this. $150 Rolex to 15-cent tube of toothpaste in the ship store. Look, isn't that crazy? $150 Rolex.
1962.
Yeah.
Wow. I would imagine that $150 Rolex is worth a lot.
Pack of Marlboro is only 60 cents. What is this one? Fresh and sea water. Oh, this is the shower thing.
Yeah.
Remember close up? Did you film that?
Yeah. Yep.
Remember close up? Toothpaste?
Close up. Yep. That's the red one, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, that's a green one.
No, right there.
Is it red?
Close up red. Yeah. What green you talking about?
No. The toothpaste itself is not.
Wasn't any fun resupplying the ship and see what about that. One tray after another for hour on end. Wow. That's amazing. $150 Rolex now to be worth a lot.
Boy, those are some cables.
Cable rail, casualty, power supply. $11 straight. I know, it's cute, huh?
That is funny.
That's cool.
Showers.
Wait, let them go out.
sí estamos mal porque vienen otros.
Going out the end.
I think I went the wrong way, but I have to follow the thing.
And a lot of people seem like they go the wrong way.
They
That's
clean
what you-
and clean.
you
Oh yeah,
need-
that's what
you
I
need one of those.
Yeah. Supply auto arrangement and toilet paper to tailor type across my desk every single day. Wow. God, watch out for these things, huh? With
Yeah, we have these things all over our plant.
oh yeah.
These the power boxes like that, transformers. They're all over the place. Well, they got the ventilator running.
They try to make it sound like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They might have the speakers going. I don't know. It sounds like they
Every
can.
day is a nay day. Press on. When beef rib were on the menu, my buddy and I knew we had to cut up more than 2 tons of rib the day before. Our arms were always sore the day after the beef was served. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes you look like that when you come home.
I do?
Yeah.
Thanks. Wow, look at that.
Forgot how nice it
Soup
was.
thing.
Why do people bring?
Amazing. Wow, look at that, Don. Slider.
Slicer food.
I hated when chicken was on the menu because it meant we had to cut up 1,100 birds into nearly 9,000 pieces, each of which I had to be deep fat fried individual. I can still smell that boiling grease. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Steamer, wash hand washing. Wow, look at that dishwasher. That's amazing.
Famous 3 sinks.
Yep.
These things have had a lot of action.
What would you like this afternoon? We fill sailor belly with all the protein and carbohydrate they could hold so those guys could work as long as 12 hours at stretch. The app bakery was only about 350 square feet, but when the crew was expecting pie, we had to bake 650 of them in one night. Flour dust could hang in the air like fog. Wow.
There's tight quarters in here too. Oh yeah, speaker.
They tried to make it
sounds
like
like
that, yeah. That is amazing. Daily duty was brutal, long and hot, humid hour of peeling, chopping, frying, and cleaning, but we make sure the crew got the best job possible. Wow, thank you.
Turkey's in the oven.
Yeah.
And these are convection ovens too.
Yeah.
Vulcan.
Wow, that's amazing. This is amazing. Oh, look at that, Don.
Well, recipes.
U100. Meatloaf.
Navy meatloaf.
U100. Honey glazed rock Cornish ham. Baby bean soup. U100. There's some serious beef stew, huh?
The old 100, yeah, 100 servings.
And you portion it 1.5 cup. 1 1/4 cup. Wow, look at this, baked tuna noodle. Steak, cheese, and onion submarine.
What's the hell is this?
Oh, look at that chip, cream chip beef. Look at that.
Blank on a shingle. Blank on a shingle.
What is it though?
This is vegetable lasagna.
What kind of berry?
Medical and dental departments provided medical and emergency care to more than 500 personnel to the carrier battle. 5 doctors were
Oh, cool. Okay.
Nice shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, airplane's flying.
Yeah.
Here.
Uh-huh. Full dress booze. I know my dad still has his Navy bag.
Oh, look at this. Boot camp inspection.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Vienna sausage. The old king.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what rating badges explain. Weapons elevator shaft.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's an engine. I love all these old. Says do not in the wrong way. So that's cool. I think we were down there already anyway.
So Dad always hit his head.
Yeah. He hits every time he works on something. I don't know why he didn't learn in the Navy. I'm gonna have to ask him.
Marine had ordered to shoot or to kill, and the sailor tried to break into this asset route that led down to the nuclear weapon. Wow. That's cool. So this is where the nuclear weapon movement security
I
station.
guess so, man.
Wow, that's amazing. Sure.
Is this the I-95?
Where they'd be, you know, picking up food and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at these boxes. Look at the wood on these. It's not ugly plywood, it's beautiful. Manufactured date 10 of 87. Beautiful,
Oh wow, look at
beautiful
this, Don.
boxes.
Washington, you get apple jelly, apple juice, bacon, pear, potato. Oregon, cheddar cheese, milk, onion.
Huh.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
California, egg, orange juice, mushroom, sugar. Mexico, bell pepper, hot sauce, vanilla. Costa Rica, pineapple, Columbus. Wow, that's cool. Wisconsin, cheddar cheese, orange juice, dry syrup,
You
flour.
gotta get your cheddar cheese from.
Wow,
Wisconsin.
that's awesome.
Canada, blueberries and maple syrup.
Yeah. That is neat. Australia, kiwi.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Supply ship can carry up to 250 tons of dry good and 250 tons of refrigerated goods.
From farm to galley. So they did this back then before you did it with your restaurant. Farm to galley.
Meat, 240,000 pounds. Vegetable, 205,000 pounds. Dry good, 1,500,300 pounds. Dry dairy products, 66,300 pounds. Wow. That's amazing.
Hello.
So this is a mess hall.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that cereal. Look now. Compost.
Yeah, 6A dental, we already went there. So I think,
We already went there.
yeah, there's another over here.
Oh, this is a military payment. Payday.
Payday, they got monopoly money.
All hands will pay every 2 weeks, whether at sea or in port.
Oh, engine room, cool. Scullery?
15,000 tray every day.
Oh, there's some serious washing machines. I love these metal. Great. Big garbage disposal.
Yeah, amazing.
So you just gotta rinse, hose everything off, and then they go through.
Not dump any leftover food in the same dump in the garbage can by division officer.
Look how old this faucet is. Post office. Awesome.
That's so cool.
Still use those boxes. We still use those boxes today.
Look at that. Oh, stateside foreign.
Letter from home.
Oh, this is a machine shop.
Oh yeah, look at these lathes. Well, fix anything. Milling machine. These are huge lathes.
Wow, they can carry this thing this
Oh.
big?
Oh yeah. So Lodge and Shipley, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Milling machine, I believe it. That's what that is. Oh yeah. Micrometers, calipers, dial calipers. Yeah, some of that stuff. Oh, my little Craftsman Atlas lathe. And that's from the 70s.
Wow, professional.
Break.
One who believes that if something is worth doing right. That's cool. That's what the kid need to learn how to do that nowadays.
Yes. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Hang on 1 second. Serious stairway. Steam turbo.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Sir, we have a situation up here. The wind across the deck has dropped to 5 knots. We need 30 knots minimum to launch our aircraft. I'm going to have the E-out reset the engines to where they are. Sir, we have no power up here on the flight deck. We need some steam to fire up our cats.
That's cool.
And electricity to power up our elevators so we can get our birds up to the flight deck. Sir, you've cut off all our power up here. My radars aren't working. We can't communicate with our pilots. I'm asking the ER to juice us back up to 2/3 power.
The shower.
Air conditioning plant. Keeping radios cool since 1945.
Thank you for your service.
There's a presentation that's given on the flight deck.
Pressure turbine.
Hats and traps. Carrier-based aviators can explain to you how you catapult off the ship. In another case, the opposite is how you get back on board. You've got one hook, there are 3 wires.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's 2 turns.
Control crash into the tennis court, pick up one of the wires, stop you, and then you have the line area, get back. Second one more likely
Starbuck.
daytime is okay. But
So was there?
That's what they called these drinking fountains.
What do you call it?
Scuttlebutt. Yeah, the turbines.
just can't imagine trying to land like this.
You pretty much set up a scan pattern, and it's the same for everybody, and you're only on final 17 to 18. Literally,
It's a pilot dog. The gentleman is a pilot.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, wow.
CT low level, isolate the makeup and access station.
So this is the engine control room.
Wow, that's amazing.
Scrabble button. I like this. There's just one turbine. I think they have 4 of them, I believe.
Sometimes we have to crawl into the gut of the boiler to keep that sucker running. Soot burned our eye in the dark and got into our skin so deep that it took days to wear it off. Wow. We got so dirty, just threw our clothes away. The scraping the fire side of the boiler was a part of being initiated into the engineering department. Wow.
Yeah, they got to clean the boilers.
Wow, that's amazing.
Steaming demon. Well, that's how they light the boilers. This thing.
The engineer was so rooted, my skin tingled. It was so hot in the upper level space that I swear the king on the bulkhead gun so soft to touch and the light bulb would crack. Air, it was 98 degrees when we were in the Mediterranean. Felt good to us guys who worked down there. It was 120 degrees most day. Wow.
$52,000 shaft horsepower.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
600 PSI, yeah. Crazy.
Wow. Amazing.
Yep. So 600 PSI.
People just don't get it.
Our steam and our steam turbine at the power plant was over 1,000 PSI, and it was dry. Cool.
We already been there. We already done that already.
Yeah. Let's see. I wonder what that is.
Careful.
Put my phone up there so.
A lot of guys back then, when you had an idea whether you were going to get called or not, and a lot of guys would, not a lot, some would go join the Navy.
Wow.
Get up. Oh, And some of the guys in the Navy, because they didn't want to go in the Army, they got to the foreman. Those guys had my worst thing. Well, good afternoon, folks. Did they tell you that you had to be 21 to come up here?
Hey,
Anybody check your IDs?
21? What are you talking about? Hey, come on.
Well, welcome to Primary Flight Control. You can think of this as an air traffic control tower. That's because what it is. Man in charge up here is called the Air Boss. He's in charge of all the aircraft on the hangar deck, the flight deck, and out a 5-mile radius from the ship. Now, because it's such a big job, he's got a lot of help up here. Sitting next to him is the mini boss. Not necessarily any smaller. That's just what the Navy calls the number 2 guy who's moving up the ladder. Just by virtue of where they sit, left and right, the Air Boss is primarily watching over aircraft landing on the ship. Mini Boss is watching over the launches. Now, as we go around the space this way, first thing we come to is the status board. This board would normally be rotated about on this angle here. On the board would be information about various aircraft. Populating the board is a petty officer, but he's going to be standing behind the board, entering all the information, writing backwards. Faster than I can write forward. Wow. And the reason it's done that way is because the people that need that information are sitting over here.
Wow.
And as you go through the ship, you'll see several of these clear lucite boards, and whenever you see them, there is somebody writing from behind.
And what, they just didn't want to see his back? They want to be able to see the whole board?
For some reason, they want to see what he's putting on there. Now, these bins here in front of the glass, if you open them up, what you'll find are NATOS manuals. You can think of them as like an owner's manual for your car. And behind each bin would be a Squadron Observer, a representative from each squadron that was in the air. Their job, they're not very busy. And that's because when a pilot has a problem, the Air Boss finds out about it, he'll turn to the appropriate observer who'll go into that manual to get the information necessary to solve the problem to get it back on board. And again, they're not very busy, which is why they're called tower flowers, but not being busy in that job is a good thing. Now,
so would a tower flower rotate to be the board guy one day? And
no, because these are all aviators. The petty officer is not.
Would the tower flower become a pilot?
They already are. Well, they're aviators. And I make that distinction because some aircraft, like an F4, you've got a pilot and you got a back seat, what we call a back seat or a RIO, radar intercept officer, and they're not pilots, but they are aviators.
Gotcha.
So now, as you can imagine, landing an aircraft on a carrier, pretty precise operation. I'll just give you one example. As the aircraft crosses the deck into the carrier down there, he wants his tail hook exactly 12 feet off the deck. Not 11 3/4 or 12 1/2, but exactly 12 feet. If it is 12 feet, and if he does several other things correctly, his tail hook is going to grab the middle of 3 wires. There's 3 resting wires across the deck, 40 feet apart. He wants number 2 because pilots are graded on every landing they make, and to get the best grade possible, you got to grab number 2. Now, regardless of whether you grab 1, 2, or 3, you're still going to roll to a stop. And regardless of the type of aircraft you're flying, you're going to roll to a stop right down here about 340 feet. Now, the reason it's the same place for every type of aircraft, that's because there's resistance put into those wires. The amount of resistance depends upon what's called the trap weight of the aircraft. That's the weight of the aircraft itself, plus an allowance for a certain amount of fuel and a certain amount of ordnance that might be left over. There's a petty officer standing here. He's monitoring those 3 dials, which represent the 3 arresting wires. He's making sure that the weight he sees on those dials matches the trap weight of that next aircraft. In this panel, there's an adjustment to the Fresnel lens. Fresnel lens is located down below that white helicopter. I'll give you an analogy. It's a panel of horizontal and vertical lights. I'll give you an analogy. And again, this is an analogy for a pilot approaching the ship, kind of like looking down a rifle scope. And he's approaching the ship, he's trying to keep his aircraft on the crosshairs of that scope. What it's actually doing is shooting a beam of light out. And he's following this beam of light in. And it has to be adjusted. It's adjusted here. There's a separate adjustment for each type of aircraft. And the reason that's the case is because each aircraft is different in terms of where the pilot sits and where that tail hook is located. So that beam has to be adjusted ever so slightly up and down.
that light's called? It's called something.
Fresnel lens.
No, but it's also called by the
Meatball.
Meatball.
The meatball.
I
Yeah.
was waiting for the meatball.
I can go on and on about that product. If you really, it's fascinating. Right behind that F4, if you get a chance, there's a pilot there explaining in detail how they recover the aircraft. I've been here for 8 years, and I still listen to them. It's fascinating. Okay, folks, follow me.
So, is the plane landing on one side of the plane and taking off on the other?
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
mean, if there's a wire across, right? They can't be taking off.
No, well, they gotta be taking off on the other. So, it doesn't happen.
And those wires.
Coming in next. Fix
Wow, this looks.